My boyfriend is stuck living with me and I don't know how to tell him to leave. Me, F20, and my boyfriend, M20, have been together for almost 8 months now. I moved out my house because I started college this year and I'm living alone. Meanwhile, my boyfriend is staying at a dorm. Usually my boyfriend would come over occasionally and leave to go to his dorm because he has to spend the night there, but for the past 3 months he has been getting permission from the dorm so he can stay with me. At first I thought it was just for a week, but then weeks became months and now he has been living with me for almost 3 months in my house. Even though I really enjoy spending time with him, I realize that for the past 3 months it has been extremely hard for me to focus on my studies and I keep beating up myself for not being productive enough, which is causing me constant stress. I also have to mention that I live very close to a relative of mine. It also puts extra pressure on me cause I'm constantly stressed since my relative can come to visit me anytime while my boyfriend is at home. Last week I went to my hometown to visit my family, so did my boyfriend. Since then for almost a week I have been living alone and I realized that it is way more productive and comfortable for me to live by myself rather than living with my boyfriend, even though I really love him. He mentions that he's gonna come back living with me after our exam, which is in a week, but I don't know how to tell him not to come because of the reasons I've mentioned above. I will also start my German course in a week as well, which will require me to spend way more time than I already am on my studies. Long story short, would I be the asshole if I told my boyfriend that I'm more comfortable living alone than living with him, and how should I tell him so? Edit. His dorm is going to close next month, but our school finishes on July. Thus that's another reason I'm hesitating to tell him to not stay with me, because I feel like it would be cruel and selfish of me to make him deal with it. Too long did not read. I don't know how to tell my boyfriend of 8 months to stop living with me in my house because I can't focus on my studies when he's living with me. Hey, it's been fun having you here and I enjoy spending time together, but looking back it feels like we just moved in together without even talking about it first. I'd like to go back a few steps to when we had our own separate spaces and schedules, as I'm finding I need my time and space back to be able to get things done. It's called boundaries. Tell him he's moving too fast and you need your space to study. Tell him you're not breaking up with him, but if he doesn't stop living with you, you might. I really don't have advice as everyone has covered it accurately, but the fact that he just moved in without having that conversation with you is a red flag to me. Give him a rent bill. He'll either pay up or move out. But he'll probably move out. He doesn't respect your personal space. Dump him. I would just be upfront and say that it's not working for you, this living arrangement. Maybe you guys could look at renting a house or something so that you could use one room as a study and the extra space will allow you to both do your own thing more. It's too early on in the relationship for you guys to be living together, and I imagine there's very limited space in your dorm, so it's no wonder you're feeling suffocated. You definitely need to sit him down and gently have a talk with him about this. Maybe voice your concern about moving too fast.